Hey YouTube, it's Keisha. I'm going to be doing a foundation tutorial. I want to first start off by saying that I am not a makeup wearer every day whatsoever. I do work in the medical field, so it doesn't require me to be glamorous or anything like that. Typically, all I would do is just wash my face, moisturize it, and I'm out the door. But when I do things, I do like to put on my foundation, put on my makeup, and all that great stuff. So this is what I would do typically if I was going somewhere. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. The color is NC42. I had already, washed and moisturized my face. I'm going to be using this right here. I just poured a little bit on there. It's what I put my foundation on. The brush I'm going to be using is this Sigma Synthetic Kabuki brush, flat top. It's the F80, that right there. I love this brush. I honestly really do. For me, it works tremendously. So, before I get started, let me just clip this crap out the way. I'm just going to be dipping my brush in there, just like that. And also, another thing before I get started, you see, I have, some discoloration. I have, bags under my eyes, dark circles. My skin is nowhere near perfect. I know it's not. Some acne scarring, stuff like that. I just want an even skin tone. I don't want nothing too dramatic and too much. So I'm going to get started. I just stippled a little bit on there. And then I'm just going to stipple it into my skin just like that. Buff it in. Buff it in. I try to stay away from my eyes, as far as the foundation goes, and I always poke myself in the dang eye. And I'm not gonna redo this video. It is what it is. I poke myself often with things, and that's what you guys are going to get. You get what you see. No editing, nothing fancy. It's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. I am human. I am not a makeup artist. You see, I'm just stippling that in my nose, around my face. I just want to get an even skin tone. I don't want to, I'm going to drag this down. I don't want necessarily to look like I have makeup on, to be honest. I just want to even out my skin tone. That's all I want to do. The no makeup look to me is the best look. Unless like you're going out for like dinner or something like that and you want to look like you have makeup on, then on a daily basis, looking like you have less possible makeup on is the best way to go. I'm going to use this concealer. This is the MAC NC42 as well, I believe. I've had this for so long, and it kind of seems like it's drying out. I'm going to put this under my eyes, just like that. You see how I'm placing it? And I'm looking in this mirror here, so you guys bear with me if I look silly like I'm looking at something else. I probably always put too much concealer on. I love concealer. If I can choose between foundation and concealer, I would choose my concealer. Okay, then what I'm going to do is just pat this under my eye as gentle as possible. I know this is a delicate area under your eye. I know that, and sometimes I'm rather rough with it, not on purpose, but it's my eye. No, but it's just like a habit. I sometimes pull and tug at the skin. The skin is very sensitive under your eye. So you got to be careful with that. And mindful that it is very sensitive. Okay. So, that's that. Nothing, and then I might also put some foundation on my acne scarring and I had a piercing down here, and I had to take that out when I start working again. So that left me with a scar on my face as well. So, okay. Really simple, you know, I don't have no fancy techniques or anything like that. Like I said, this is what works for me. I just want to have a even skin complexion. I don't want to look like I have makeup on a daily basis. I just want it to be as even as possible. Buff that in. Okay. Then next, what I do, I had already used my EOS, so I'm going to use it again because my lips are really dry. What I'm going to do next is take this Sigma brush, this large powder brush right here. This one is F30. And I'm going to use this NYC Smooth Skin loose powder. It's a translucent powder. Then I'm going to just sweep that over my face. Sweep it, just dust it. I have really oily, well, not necessarily oily skin, but my T-zones are out of this world. Like, they are so oily. So usually in pictures you see I have a really oily face. I'm just going to dust that on. And if you have a smaller brush, something like this, you can use that to powder down your concealer so it won't crease. I learned that from somebody. I used to not powder down my concealer. Like, I just didn't. It never necessarily really creased on me, but I just never did it. So I'm starting to do that a lot more. And that's pretty much it for my foundation and my powder. So I'll leave that at that. The next thing that I do sound funny. I'm going to use this, my bronzing powder. I actually really love this. This is the Sunny, the NYC bronzing powder. I'm going to take my Sigma brush. This is the large angle contouring brush, and it still has like some. I just used it yesterday. Actually, I'm going to use this one. I have two of them. I have two of all the brushes. I'm going to swirl this in there like that. Tap off the excess. Do the fishy face. My face is so ugly. On the other side too. I'm starting to find myself in love with bronzers. I really am. I never really used them too much before. I had some before, but I never really used them at all. And it just gives you a defined look. It really does to your face. Kind of chisels it. So that's this step. The last thing I would do is I'm going to fix my eyebrows. I'm going to shape them in and darken them. I don't have great eyebrows whatsoever. And I'm still working on fixing my eyebrows, like doing it the right way. Since I don't have a natural shape to my eyebrows, since I don't have any eyebrows, it's hard to get like the perfect shape without looking crazy. I know I've had some crazy brows with me shaping them in, but hey, I'm learning too, so just like that. Then I'm going to take this angled brush by MAC. I use this for my brows. Then I'm going to just push it on up in strokes. Same thing with this side. Kind of even it out. I know my mouth was probably open. You know how when you're doing like your mascara or something and your mouth is wide open? Just like that. Excuse me. I have a cold. I'm going to be using this Espresso by MAC, this eyeshadow. I use this for my brows as well. And remember, you can go in and clean up your brows. So they're not going to look, you know, as perfect as you want them to, you know, the first time you do it. It takes me a lot to clean up my brows, but for the sake of all of us, you guys don't want to see that. So they'll already be cleaned up the next video I post. And I just, there you go. Then what I would typically do is, you know, I look, because sometimes my eyebrow will be up here, other one will be up here. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with my eyebrows looking like that. It seems like some people just are not fine with it. I am. Anyways, I'm going to clean this up, but this is pretty much the basic look for this. I am going to be doing this Heather Silk blush by Wet n Wild as well. Let me do that really quick. This is just a basic everyday look. Next, I'm going to be doing my eyes and then my lipstick. Just finish it off in the next video. And this is very pigmented, this blush. So you want to build your way up with it. You don't want to use so much at once. Swirl that in, dust it. See, I actually probably put too much on, but hey, you can never have enough blush. Actually, you can. I don't want to look like a clown. I want it to look as natural as possible. And once again, this is how I do it. You know, I know people are going to be like, well, you don't, that's not how you put on blush. That's not how you do this. It's how I do it. You can do it however you want. I'm going to use this Kabuki to kind of blend it out. You can do it however you want, and, you know, that's that. So, this is just the basic look for now. I'm going to come back and do stuff with my eyes and my lips, and that will be the end of my, like, everyday face if I do wear makeup. Bye, you guys.